What is up, everybody? It is your pals, your movie guys, Dennis and Andy, with a new movie review for the week. And this week, we saw our buddy, our pal. I worked with him at CrossGen. Chuck Dixon wrote a book called Levon's Trade about Levon Cade, his character. 2014, this book came out. It is now on the big screen as a working man, starring Jason Statham. Dennis, what is this movie about?
Well, Jason plays Levon Cade that left his profession behind to work construction and be a good dad to his daughter. But when a local girl vanishes, he's asked to return to the skills that made him a mythic figure.
Oh, yeah. They're hoping that this is a new franchise for Jason Statham. They're looking for one. Little inside baseball. We interviewed Chuck Dixon on the DNA show. If you go to one of our channels and just search Chuck Dixon, you can find the interview. Um, Stallone's had this book. He originally wanted to do a TV show, and then he suggested to Chuck, "What about a movie?" And Chuck was like, "Okay." And they're really hoping it hits a home run, and Jason Statham can have a new franchise. The last action movie, real quick, just I saw Jason in kind of, I mean, not not super similar, but was The Beekeeper. I like The Beekeeper. I like this better. Um, I like the character he played. It takes place in Chicago. Michael Pena is in it. Did I pronounce that right? Probably not.
Yeah.
Good enough. He's in it. He plays him, his wife, and their 19-year-old daughter are basically the family that runs this construction developing business. And that's where Jason Statham's character, Levon, works as a foreman for construction. And like Dennis said, he just wants nothing to do with his past. He was in the Royal Guard for basically his whole career. And Michael Pena and his wife's 19-year-old daughter gets kidnapped into the good old sex trade. So not cool. And they asked Jason to go find her.
Yep. And it's a family show. It really is. It's a movie about family.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jason's got his daughter that he's going through custody issues with the grandfather. His daughter plays it's Ilsa G. She's adorable in this.
He's great.
Plays an absolutely wonderful young daughter. Um, Ariana Rivas plays Jenny Garcia, the girl who gets kidnapped. You get to see her, get her character laid out in the beginning, and then as the movie progresses, you get to some of her. She's fantastic. I mean, she's got personality. I enjoyed her. I like the acting in it. This is a what I would call a Jason Statham niche kind of movie. He's got his thing, the transporter, the beekeepers, those ex-military things. This was up his alley, and I think he nailed it. I thought the plot was fun. The settings were good. I enjoyed it. It was a 90s kind of take on, we'll say, like Taken, going back after somebody. It had some of the 90s cheese to it, but the action was just so good and fun. It was kind of a long, convoluted story to get from A to Z. I like it. He just didn't go from A to B to C to get to it. It takes him in different areas and he goes back
Yeah.
and forth. But it was a really enjoyable, fun movie. This is one that I know I will probably be seeing again.
You know, that is hilarious. Now, we just anybody new, Dennis and I, we leave the theater, we don't talk. He gets in his car, I get in mine, so we can do our fresh take right now. The funny thing is, I told Courtney, my daughter went to see it with us on the way home. Uh, I will definitely see it again, when it comes to streaming. And it's not because I don't want to go back to the theater, it's because we see a movie a week for you guys and we want to keep it new and stuff. And I just don't have the time to catch two movies in a week. I wish I did. but I definitely am really looking forward to it when it comes to streaming because I want to see it again. And the other thing I kind of mirror what you said is you worded is it's not just A to B. It has these twists and turns. I was going to say it was like a roller coaster. You know,
Yeah,
it had these nice ups and downs to it, peaks and valleys. It didn't flatline, which I thought was good. And then going back to the girl, uh, Jennifer, that got kidnapped, the 19-year-old, the daughter, she was good because, and we're not going to do spoilers and stuff, but she isn't the typical wallflower type of girl. We'll just put it like that. You
yeah,
know, she tussles some, we'll say. And I thought that was good. Is she's not like the hero. She doesn't do anything where you'd be like, "Oh, that pulled me out of the movie." None of that stuff you see in movies where it's like, that girl's 5 feet tall. How is she kicking these big guys' ass? There's none of that, but she's just not the wallflower type. And I thought that was cool as well. And to echo what Dennis said too, the casting, and Chuck told us, he said that the girl they cast for Levon's daughter, Jason's daughter in the movie, he goes, she is just fantastic. So, when Chuck says that, you kind of go into it going, all right, buddy, let's see if you're right or you're just blowing smoke. And he was right. She's
yep.
adorable. She looks like she's what, 7 or 8? Or is that too high? Too high?
No, it's too low. She's not
Oh,
seven
that's
or
too
8.
low.
Yeah, she's probably 10, 11
Oh,
in.
okay. So whatever, 10, 11. But the point is, she's adorable. When she's on screen, she does a really great job acting wise. I can't remember if Chuck said this is like her first thing or not, but she just did the whole cast. David Harbour is in it as one of Levon's buddies from back in the day. We'll say, and you saw him in the trailer. He's not 100% blind, but he is, legally blind. So yes, he can see, kind of like our artist friend, you know. Um, and he does a great job in it. Um, yeah, I mean, that's it. I think we can get to our ratings for it. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yep,
If you don't have anything else to say, then it's your turn to go first. I went first
I'll go
last week.
first. I'm giving this an 8.0. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I thought it started out interesting, fun. You got to see, the little introduction to Levon Cade's character, and it set the right tone. The supporting cast with the Pena family and stuff, they were in it just enough to give you the heartstring moments and stuff.
And they
It
did.
was it was well paced. The bad guys, there will be a lot of Russians and stuff in it. They all had their moments. Some of them are a little bawdy, and but what do you expect? I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect from those type of bad guys. Solid movie, enjoyable. Good job, Chuck and Sylvester Stallone. It was good to see them, and I think Jason was also a producer on it. So good job, guys. My wife will definitely be seeing this one with me next time.
Yeah, and David Ayer directed it, and I believe co-wrote it as well. And you know him from Suicide Squad, and I believe he did do The Beekeeper as well. They even put, from what I was told, uh, or what I read as well, they put Beekeeper 2 on hold to do this. So we're hoping it does well because Chuck's written 12 of these bad boys now. I've got 4 of them, and they're really highly entertaining. If you haven't read them, go check it out. There is a new version with Jason Statham on the cover. Ooh, Susie's birthday's coming up. You could get that for her.
Yeah, it is.
Get a little Chuck signature on it next time you see him. Anyhow, my grade is an 8.5, so a little higher than Dennis, but not too much. We're in the same ballpark. Same thing. I thought it was really good. I would love to see this become a franchise for Jason Statham. I think the last thing he did that had more than one movie was The Meg. You can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, we know about the Transporter, but current, it's The Meg. that
Yeah,
he's been in the same
he had
character.
done the transporters, he had done the cranks and stuff like that. But
Yeah, but that was
Meg was probably the one of the last one to
right.
probably have the sequel.
Yeah. So 8.5 for me. Go check it out on the big screen, guys. It's really good. There's no hokey one-liners and stuff in it. It's good, it's solid, and I love seeing Chuck's name on the big screen. Dennis, what do we got any grade reviews, whatever from
IMDb, there's not a lot of reviews out because it is new, and apparently critics didn't get this very early. Pardon me. IMDb's giving it a 7.0 with not a lot of reviews, only 8 reviews in, which is really low. And the Rotten Tomatoes, the critics are not as fond of this, being at 57%.
Yeah, who cares? The critics.
Yeah, no popcorn meter yet, but I know the audience is going to like this a lot more than critics will. And the critics won't like it just because it's Sylvester Stallone.
You don't need to listen to the critics. The only
Nope.
critics you need to listen to are us because we are the men of the people and we give it to you straight. So,
yeah, this is a good movie.
There you go. Guys, go check out, link in the description below, Lilineth, Infernal Conflict, the next project from Dennis and Andy, Astonishing Comics. Cordrat the Awakening is shipping now. This is the homage cover for Lilineth. The next project, there are some character designs. So go sign up so you will be notified when the campaign launches. We will be back next Wednesday, 3 p.m. with our guest Paul Thayer and his latest project. So join us then, 3 p.m. next Wednesday. Have a great weekend, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Go see a working man.